So this is the lesson on Hoodoo blues, and we're in standard tuning, but I'm tuned a half step low in my E's, which are D sharps. Alright, let's play the first couple bars of the introduction. So we started with an E chord, and well, I don't fret it in the beginning, I just loose finger it. And throughout the song we do the what I call the country blues mute bass. So I'm playing it open and then I mute it with this part of my hand. You see my hand going like that a little bit. I'm exaggerating, of course, but that's the idea. Okay. And that's just a slide bend. And then I'm picking temp, index, temp. On just one beat. One. That's the third bar. I'm trying to build up some tension here. So we go slightly faster and trying to play a little bit harder. And in the fourth bar, I'm hitting. And I'm hitting all the strings and get that percussive effect, but they are muted. The second string and the third string and even the fourth string are muted by my fingers here. I do my bend with two fingers, one on the 5th fret, one on the 4th fret, and they both go up. And the bass strings are muted because I'm touching with the palm of my hand here the strings before I hit them. And I'm hitting with my two fingers, index and middle fingers, held together. And a bit like this, a bit square, a bit crooked, tilted. Like that, you can see it. And here I'm strumming up and down, and all the up strums I'm using my two fingers and usually behind, well, one string each. So the middle finger is behind the first string and the index finger behind the second string, and then I go up. And when I'm strumming down, it's always with these two fingers held together and a bit curved like that. So afterwards, if I do that, I'm already in position to eventually pick. So I don't do straight like that. No, curved like that. Okay, so the fourth bar. Sorry. And here the A chord, the A7, I'm playing it partially, only with these two fingers, so I can bend that second string as well. And these are light bends, not full bends, just. And you can play the bass or not, it's very silent, it's almost, well, to keep time. Then we're bending. I use my pinky, you can use your third finger if that's easier for you. Always do whatever is comfortable for you and what works for you. And here I'm really snapping the strings with my temp. and afterwards I hit it down and rake up the open strings, and afterwards in the 7th measure I place my E chord, so the E chord rings as well. So again, that 6th and 7th measure. One more time. See that? I'm going upward with my index finger and mute it afterwards with my palm when I hit the thumb, the open string. Watch the left hand too. If I wouldn't do that, it would sound... You have the risk that it's, well, doesn't sound too good with the open strings. Okay, and that 2nd beat in the 7th measure, I use my index, my middle finger, and I flick it like that. And the nail hits the string, so you get the sharp sound. And this, well, it's not maybe not really audible, but I'm picking with the thumb and the index at the same time. And we're going to do that later as well as a sort of a nice effect. And at certain places, you have to look a bit, you get overtones. Okay, so again that 6th and 7th measure. So we're going in the 8th measure. We're doing a sort of introductory run to the B7. And that 2nd beat I played, well, it's not exactly double time, but I played a little faster. So this is faster. It's not a usual triplet. If I would play it like a triplet, it would sound like this. So it's only that measure, that beat, that 2nd beat, that's played faster and muted with the picking fingers. I rest the picking fingers on the string, so I kill the sound. Also that last beat. And again that B7 up. And I mute it, afterwards I hit it downwards. So, back to A7 and we slightly bend. And in the 10th measure, I'm bending up and I'm raking. And it's not a brush, but really a rake. 1, 2, 3 strings, 1, 2, 3, and then followed by the thumb. So it's one beat. One more time, from the 9th measure. I'm playing this with a bare thumb, but my thumb is groomed. Maybe you can see it here. It's just going over the flesh, and the sides are really filed down, so it cannot hook behind the string. But by tilting it slightly, I can get a mixture of sound of flesh and nail. This is pure nail. This is the mix. And this is flesh. So there's a distinction in sound here. And then by tilting it a little bit, you can get, well, a variety of sounds. And certainly when you play bass rounds, it comes in handy to be able to do that. That second beat of the 11th measure is only one pick and hammers and pull-offs, but then in one beat. Of course, this song is really in shuffle rhythm, so it's best to describe it as a long, short, long, short, long, short. And yeah, you can hear that clearly when we imply the B7 in the last measure there. Alright, I'll play it one more time slowly. Well, it is already slow, but to recap a little bit. Okay, now let's do the verse. So those are the first two bars, and you see a little cross in the tab. It means hit, and I'm using my index and thumb together like I'm holding a flat pick, but I'm not. And I use that, and it's the nail here that hits the string, and of course the palm afterwards mutes it. And it's a triplet, so I'm playing the open third and fourth string, but those are not melody notes, it's more to keep time. When you play open, I often play open strings when I go to another chord, because if the open strings are followed by a chord, it always sounds good. Like when we go to A, B7, see, it always sounds good. No, sorry. A lot of this is the same as in the introduction, and I'll do it with some vocals so you can hear where the words fit. If you got a good woman, she wants to run around, man, you better find you somebody, 'cause you're gonna put you down. Better let her go. Just as quick as you can. And in the 15th measure, you see we're changing the pattern a little bit. It's again that open hit and open and going to the A7, which we slightly bend as well. And the hits are right on the words. What is it again? Mine just as quick as you can. again we have that upwards rake here. And you can play it open, open and the 3rd fret, or you can keep the chord, the D7 shape, moved up 2 frets. Sorry. Now, when we go to the B7, there's a little quick, it's not a triplet. Now, I'm going to do that with the vocals, and you will notice that it is hard to sing and play single string runs at the same time. So it's necessary, if you want to pull this off, that you really know this lick by heart. I'll do it with vocals. Little woman, she done hoodoo the hoodoo man. She done hoodoo the hoodoo man. She done hoodoo the hoodoo man. And at the end here, I'm well, sort of turn around lick, and I'm pinching again with thumb and index for the same string, so they both pick the 4th string here and the other strings as well. Close to the bridge, you get that funky effect there. And to play this, I really tilt my hand so I can get a full nail here. Alright, I'll do it one more time slowly with vocals. If you got a good woman, she wants to run around, you better find you somebody, 'cause she's gonna put you down. Better let her go. Mine just as quick as you can. That little woman, she done hoodoo the hoodoo man. Notice in the 19 bar how much time we have when I play only one string, because it's a shuffle, long, short. There's nothing played in the second part of that beat, and it really, I think it's very cool here. So, mine just as quick as you can. After can. There's a lot of space there, although it's not a rest. Okay, now in the other verses with vocals, they are practically the same. Only in the second one I do she'll take all your money, spend it all, oh no, spend it all over town. I can't remember what I did. I only played the strum and then snapped my fingers and played. So I left that what was the she'll take all your money, spend it all over town. What was the line again? Damn it. Yeah, I didn't write those lyrics down. And when he wants loving, man, she can't be found. Better let her go. That was it. All right. But well, you can do whatever you want there, of course. You can do what I did in the first verse, if that's more comfortable for you. And I did only, well, one different lick for the 19th measure, where in the tap is And I did here. So instead of, I did twice. And with that rake, of course. That's also why you have to play it with your temp, because it doesn't really work rhythmically. Remember, your temp is a timekeeper, so also notice that Lightnin Hopkins plays a lot with his temp on the treble strings, more than you think. Alright, that was it for the verse and the intro. So we're going down now for the solos, which are very much Lightnin Hopkins type of solos. And I adapted here a little bit. Usually when he did a solo like this, he never played 12 bars, and well, rarely. And certainly not what I did there at the end for the B7. Okay, we'll come to that. So I'll play the first couple measures. So we're going, and we'll let that ring for 3 beats. This guitar doesn't have that much sustain, so with a flat tap it would sound maybe a little bit better. But it has this dry sound, which I like. And notice the bass. Sometimes that second part of the beat on the bass is hardly audible. And that bend on the 10th fret it is higher than the fret above it and almost as high as the 12th fret. That's slightly higher, but you see that's quite a bend, and let your other fingers help with that bend. So I'm using my 3 fingers on the 8th, 9th and 10th fret to do that bend. And here we have, we pick the 10th fret, bend it, pull off, bend it, going down and pull off, and then, so there's only 2 picks of the right hand here. Again that. And you can either play like I tapped it out with the open strings, or with your D7 moved up to the 4th fret, like then it becomes an E chord then. And here we go to the A string. Same as the previous bar. Now we go to in the 32nd bar. I'm wrapping my temp at the 7th fret to get that to be. Again, this is picking with the both index and temp for the same string. And I'm bending here the 7th fret and slowly releasing at the end of the 3rd triplets there. And also this is all picked with the temp and index. And this I simply lay my 2nd finger flat to get that 2nd fret 4th string. Alright, I'll play it one more time slowly. Alright, there we have another solo, also very typical of Lightnin Hopkins, and it goes like this. So, normally, well, Lightnin never played, as far as I know, that fast. It's 4 notes in one beat, and if you're not able to do that, you can play it really slow like this. Sounds also great. And notice I'm muting the bass by placing my thumb, not by placing the palm this time. Because, well, there's not much happening and, well, I can do it, why not? And all played with a thumb. Except this note on the 4th fret 3rd string, that's with the index finger. Now we'll let that 4th string, 3rd string, 4th fret ring. And here, the slide to the 6th fret 4th string will really let it ring there. And here at the 40th measure, I'm really, it has almost a cascading effect. I'm trying to get dynamics here. It's difficult when you play it only that measure, but I think you get the idea. As well as in the loudness of the... So this is soft, going to louder. And here it's not a triplet, all with the thumb. And mute by placing the thumb on the string after we picked it. Notice the little rest. You can vary the speed there. And here, well, it's a sort of a, I don't know where I got it. Maybe Lightnin did it somewhere down the line and I remembered where. I'm sliding from the first fret, 2nd string, slowly to the 7th fret. Triplet, I'm picking that with my 2 fingers, 1 for each string. That's fast. And when we go I'm really playing it with the side of my thumb to get a little different sound as well. Notice the accent thing. I'm exaggerating, but Typical Lightnin Hopkins turnaround. And again I'm hooking my fingers between, when we play that A chord, the second and the third string, and strumming upwards and down. And as I explained before, that percussive and the strings sound a little bit is muting the first bass strings with the palm of the hand, and the open E string I don't want it to sound as well. I just tilt my fretting hand so that E string is muted as well. So I guess that was it. I'll play it one more time, just the second solo, so you get an idea. And the end tag after the last vocalized verse is simply what we've seen before. We've seen that in the, I think the introduction, or the, sorry, the verse, yeah, check my pages here. We've seen that in the verse on the second page of the tab. And then a harmonic at the 7th fret. Thumb and index picking together, all that stuff there. Okay, that was it for Hoodoo Blues.